Hello, good afternoon. My name is Darshan and my thesis topic is Zoological Park and Care Center at Goregaon. So why zoos are important? Modern zoo provides edutainment interaction with nature, helps in animal research, raises fund for wildlife, does breeding program and rescues animal. Here there is an illustration which depicts the timeline history of zoo. Coming to the justification, at Baikala there is a zoo, Birmada Jizabai Udyan Zoo, which is a 53 acre of land. The government were trying to expand the boundaries of the zoo, but it was not possible because of limitations. Government came up with an idea to build a new extension zoo at Goregaon. Looking at the conditions of the zoo in India, the project will introduce modern zoo architecture in India where people are less aware about modern zoo concept and animal conservation. The earlier zoos were designed for the visitors, and in modern zoo concept, first preference is given to the animals and their comfort. The site is located at the Saibanguda village, which is located at the periphery of the RA colony. The site is far from city and close to the nature. This is the context of the site and the road which connects to the site, and the site is surrounded with the nature. The site area is of 21.4 acres and shape of the size is chosen considering contour level, site condition and function of zoo. Coming to the site contour, so this is the highest level of the site and here there is the lowest level of the site. This is the vegetation of site. Concept is to create harmony tangibly and intangibly. So in zoo there are mainly three users: animal, zookeepers and visitors. It is important from the design perspective to incorporate all species, ensuring safety of all. Designing zoo, it is important to understand the zoo typologies, their spaces, the types of barrier animal exhibit, their behavior and their preferences. I have studied 3 zoos and 2 museums. Learning from the zoo was movement of pathways, choice of material, exhibit enrichment ideas, function of zoo, division of spaces, site services, planning, orientation of buildings, management of zoo, understanding of visitors and facilities which are provided in the zoo. Learning from the museum were the types of spaces, functions of the museum, types of exhibits and understanding of visitors. Coming to the site, which is of 22 acres of land and is divided into 3 parts considering the road networks and the contour level. These 2 parts of the site are very well connected with the roads and have most of the built up area and site services. To keep pathway interactive with excitement, curved paths are placed in middle of the exhibit. So I have divided site into layers. So this one is the service road which runs through the periphery of the site, and this one is for the visitors, and here there is a buffer space which is on the periphery of the exhibit. Inside the buffer space there is exhibits of animals. Here there are building blocks, and here there are 4 gardens, and here there are visitor amenities. Coming to the site plan, so this is the main road, and parking is connected to the main road, and here there is a zoo entry, and then this is the museum building which is next to the parking, and here there is a restaurant, admin area, resident, veterinary clinic, building service, and these are the animal exhibits. So this one is for the tiger, lion, rhino, reptile section, birds aviary, then sloth bear, hippo, and then this is for the elephant, giraffe and zebra, and this whole part is lifted so that the animal can pass through it. You can see this in section. So this is the section AA in which the museum building and parking can be seen. So there is a drop of 5 meters here, and there is a service road, and again there is an interactive exhibit, and this is the elephant exhibit, section BB. Here there is an tiger exhibit, then there is buffer space here, then there is a 6-meter wide pathway. This is the garden over here, and this one is the tall tunnel so that the elephant giraffes can pass through, and here there is sloth bear exhibit, and here there is buffer space, and then again 10-meter wide road. So this sheet is about building floor plans. Coming to the entrance of the site, so here there is a drop off point, and this is the entry for the main porch of the zoo, and here there is a ticket counter, baggage counter, here there is an entry for the zoo, here there is exit, and this is the restaurant, and this one is the restroom. Here trees are placed to shade this portion. So museum building is G+1 structure and it has a basement in it. So this is the entry of the museum and this is the lobby. So in lobby there is ticket counter, security, a waiting area, shop, and there are two lifts, and this part is seminar hall, and here there is an admin area moving inside the museum. So this part is for the mammal exhibits, and from here there is a rise of 1.6 meter which leads to the temporary exhibits, and from here there's a live through edges, and from here again there's a drop of 1.6 meter which again ends at the mammal exhibits. Visitors can walk into the reptile section, and then there's a bird section over here, and from the bird section this ramp goes directly to the first floor, and here there are toilet area. This is the first floor plan of the museum area. So there's here there is a library area. This is the discovery room for the kids, and this part is for only for the researchers. This is the basement of the museum building where it is used for the storage and service purposes. This is the isometric view of museum. These are the section elevations of the museum building of the museum. This is the admin office, which is ground structure and has a basement in it. This is the entrance of the building, and here there's a reception desk. Here there's a waiting area, there's a storage over here, and here there are toilet and changing room. So here there are desks for the employees, and there are cabins for the directors, and here there's a meeting room, service block. Here there's a staircase which is going downwards, and here there's a lift. The basement is a multi-purpose hall for 100 people. The interior of the admin area, and this is how the basement area is merging with the contours, and these are the elevations and sections of the admin area. The residential building and the veterinary building are kept at the corner of the site far from the main road to reduce the human interference. So here is residential building, which is G+2 structures. This is the ground floor area, and there are two staircases, one lift, and this is the wide common passage. Here there is reception area and there is waiting area. This restaurant is for the zoo officials, and here there is a meeting area, indoor gaming space, and this common space is for the zookeepers. This is the first floor plan of the residential buildings. There are 4 dormitories which differs in size. These are the 4 dormitories. This one is the first one, then this one is the second. Here are the 2 dormitories. In each dormitory there is a living space, a small dining area, there is a bathroom and toilet separate, and here there is a bed and study table attached to it, and there is a balcony over here. These are the elevations of residential area, section of residential area. Here there is the interior of the residential area. So this is the veterinary hospital, which is G+1 structure. So here there is a ramp which is for the animals to access these rooms, and this is the main entry where here there is the reception area, and opposite to it there is a waiting area, and here there is a chemist, and this is the service block, and here there is OPD. Here there are radiology room. Here there is MRI, toilet area. This is the preparation area for the surgery room, and here there is observation room, neuroscopy room, and there is a food processing unit, and there are 2 staircases which goes to the upper floor. So at the first floor there is a veterinary head cabin, waiting area, and there are doctor desks, and here there is a meeting area, storage area, and from this staircase here there is a changing room for the zookeepers and waiting area, and there is a storage. These are the elevations of veterinary hospital, section of the veterinary hospital. So this sheet is about animal exhibits and parks. So how does animal exhibit functions? There are night shelters and kraal areas which are connected to the service road, and then inside the exhibit there is drinking water enrichment element which is essential for the animals, and there is a buffer zone for the safety, and then the water body, dry mode, wet mode to maintain distance from the viewing point. Then there is a visitor viewing point and the visitor's path. So if new animals are imported, they are kept in kraal area for getting familiar with the zoo environment. And facade of the night shelter which is facing towards the exhibit are cladded with stone or natural material which resembles natural material as shown in this section. So these are the habitats of the animals. For tiger it is then tropical forest and mangroves, and for lions it is grass, woodland, shrubs, and grassland. For rhinoceros, it is tropical bushland, grassland and savannas. For elephant, the habitat is rainforest and tropical woodlands. For giraffe, it is open woodland and savannas. And for the zebra, it is open grassland and plains. For sloth bear, the habitat is decidual tropical forest. And for hippopotamus, they prefer lakes, rivers, and wetlands. In these exhibits, there will be human-friendly animals like rabbit, dog, cat, where people can interact with animals, especially kids. It's a section of human-friendly exhibit, tiger exhibit, which is 1800 square meter covered with grass and shrubs. Here there is climbing structures, and here there is a water body, and over here there is a feeding shelter, and here there is a kraal area. And this is the visitor viewing gallery of the tiger exhibit. This is the section of tiger exhibit. Lion exhibit, which is covered with wild grass and which spreads 2300 square meter, and the exhibit is covered with large trees, stones. Here there is a cave, and here there is a thatch roof. So this is the viewing gallery of lion exhibits, and at the end and the start of the gallery there is a tunnel-like structure which gives a sense of fear while entering in it. Section of tiger where V-moat is used for the safety of visitors and animals. Enrichment done in the exhibit area. The rhinoceros exhibit, which is a 3200 square meter and has a muddy patch between the exhibits, and there are wood logs kept. And this is the night shelter of the rhinoceros, and here there is a ramp which is of height 2.5 meters and which is surrounded by the trees, so it gives the feel of jungle while passing through it. Here there are two gardens. On the interval of 80 to 100 meters, there is a public amenity provided. This is the section of rhinoceros. Here there is a playing area. These are some views which are showing slideshow form. Entry towards the zoo. Main junction of the zoo. The exhibit area. Pathway approaching towards tiger exhibit. Tiger exhibit gallery. Pathway. Lion exhibit. Park view. A path approaching towards the playing area, garden, playing area, a ramp which is leading towards the rhino viewing gallery, the rhino exhibit. So in this exhibit there are three animals combined: elephant, giraffe and zebra. So they can share the exhibit with each other, and the exhibit is 12,000 square meter in size. There's a huge water body over here, and these are the two night shelters. This is for the elephant, and this one is for giraffe and zebra. And paid muddy areas are provided for the enrichment of exhibits. This is the viewing gallery of the exhibits, and this part is lifted upwards so that the animal can pass through it. With the help of ramps, the levels are connected. Here there is a small cafe and dining area, and this part is extruded upwards. So this part is extruded upwards, which acts as an viewing tower. From this watchtower, whole zoo can be seen. Section of elephant exhibit. Over here there is a park, and this side there is a reptile exhibit. In reptile exhibit there is a drop of 2 meters. And on the periphery of the reptile exhibit, ornamented flowers, colorful flowers and pregnant flowers are planted to attract the butterflies. This is the bird aviary park where there are 4 water bodies. 360-degree view of bird aviary park. This exhibit is for the hippo and this one is for the sloth bear. In sloth bear, U-shaped moat is designed to ensure safety, and dead trees, swings, wobble tree, climbing structure, small pond is provided for the enrichment of exhibits. This is the viewing gallery section of hippo exhibit, section of sloth bear exhibit where U-shaped moats are used. These are the enrichment used in sloth bear exhibit. Section of water fountain, section of sitting area, view of elephant exhibit, giraffe exhibit, pathway leading towards the park, bird safari park, reptile section, park view, sloth bear exhibit from the viewing gallery, hippo exhibit, view of a park. These are the construction details of the structure. So mainly steel, concrete, wood and zinc roof is used for the construction. The restaurant is a composite structure where in the interior concrete columns are used, and for the building skin purpose steel portal frames are used. On top of it there is mullions and zinc roof. These are the details of joineries. The museum building, which spans 60 by 40 meter, is a composite structure. It is based on the principle of portal frames, where there are two columns which are connecting to the peripheral inclined beam which takes the load of roof. At the interior there are concrete columns which support the slab with the help of the peripheral steel beams. Slab which is used is a composite slab, and the beams which are used are castellated beams for the convenience of services. This is the strip section of museum. Slab detail, column junction detail, exploded isometric of museum. So this is the detailed roof plan of admin office. Admin office is a ground floor structure which has a king post truss on it. This is the strip section of office building. Detail of king post truss and roof detail at gutter. Exploded isometric of admin office. In veterinary hospital, butterfly roof is used. So here materials are shown in the form of layers. Strip section of veterinary clinic. Process of castellated beam. Detail of column connection and roof connection. Detail of butterfly roof and isometric of veterinary hospital. Site services and calculations. So these are the calculations of water requirement of building block, green spaces, exhibit ponds, rainwater harvesting, power consumption, STP calculation, solar panel, HVAC, vermicompost. Total water required for the site is 3 lakh liters. So from the main line, the water will be stored to the UGT and OHT over here. From the OHT, the water will be supplied further to the individual UGT. For the supply of water, gravitational force is used, as this portion is the highest level of the site. For watering vegetation, the pipes are laid and it is connected with the OHT. The transformer and the generator rooms are here. There is a rainwater harvesting tank, sewerage tank, vermicompost, and there is a workshop for maintenance department. These are some plants, shrubs and trees which are suitable for the site conditions. The building orientation is done considering the wind flow, sun path and contour of the site. Material and strategy used for the building of a museum and restaurant. Orientation of admin office and next materials. Orientation of residential and veterinary clinic and the materials.